Good day everyone and welcome back to the channel. This will be a very quick tutorial where we'll be changing this render from a daylight render into a nighttime render. And to do so, pretty much when you have the scene already done for your daytime render, it becomes very easy to convert it into a nighttime render. So the first thing I will do is that I will remove uh, a few of these interior lights that I have made, and then I will only be left with the top light and the lighting for the back wall here. So I'll be left with this one on top and the backlighting here. So if we do an IPR render, you will see that we'll still have a lot of lighting coming in the inside, but so the lighting will be coming from the V-Ray sun that we have here, and the backlighting that we have here, and the one at the top. So what I'm gonna do is that I will first change our render setup. So I'll first change our render setup and make sure that on our global switches we have the override material unchecked. In that way, when we do the IPR render, we'll be able to see our materials coming out. So now we're able to see our materials coming out here on the IPR render. So what I will do is that I will switch off the V-Ray sun, and once I do that, our lighting will go, but we'll still have lighting inside here. That is the automatic lighting that V-Ray brings into your project for you. So what I'm gonna do is that I will use a V-Ray dome light so that we can get rid of this lighting here. Once you put that in, you can see that our scene changes, and I'm going to go to my environment. On my environment type here, I'm going to change from the V-Ray sky, and I will use V-Ray map. So now it's going to open this panel whereby I'm going to choose my HDRI file that I want to use, and I want to use this one that says hills. The lighting is very dim, the sun is going down, and I'm going to choose that one for this for the render. Once I have it like that, I need to make sure that I go to my V-Ray dome light, and I need to make sure that it's selected. I will go on its properties, and I will drag this and drop it in here as an instant. I'll also go to my material tab, and then I'll go to an empty slot, and I'll drag this and drop it there as an instant. So once I have it like that, I can go down to the dome light and click this to lock the texture, to lock this texture icon to the HDRI, to the V-Ray dome light. In this way, when I start rotating this, it will also rotate the HDRI itself, and it becomes easier for us to be able to manipulate it in that manner. Right, I'm just gonna leave it like that for now, and what I wanna focus doing right now is to actually start focusing on the interior lighting itself. I rotated the wrong thing there. I'm just going to undo, then it's back to shape. So once we have the HDRI sorted like that, we haven't necessarily played with any settings in regards to the HDRI lighting there. So everything is just standard. We haven't changed anything. So what I'm gonna do is to make sure that the HDRI is set to spherical, so that the lighting is distributed perfectly. Now what I want to start doing now, if I do a quick IPR render here, so we'll be able to see a glimpse of the sun that is setting down there through the window, and now we can see that our interior lighting is not as strong as the previous one that we've had right here, which is exactly what we are looking for. Now once we have this, I'm going to put some light there on this light fixture that we have here on top of the one that I have behind the chair. I'll go to my top view and make a lighting there. So first make a plain light like that, and once it's like that, I'm just gonna change the selection tool to only select lights. Once the light is selected, I am going to change this to disk. I'll try to move it a bit into position like that and just make it a little bit big. I'll pull it up like that, and now I need to rotate it so that it matches the light fixture. That is good. I will then increase its scale just to make sure that it fits perfectly inside this dome. Okay, so once it's like that, I'm going to do a test render to see how this light appears on our render. We can see on parts of the curtain there is light that is shining onto it. There is a little bit of light shining on the chair right there, and that is part of the light distribution that I'm looking for. Now from there, I just want to change the lighting color. We don't have a lot of elements in the scene to put some lighting on. In this instance, we have this, we have the two table lamps and the wall and the ceiling. So those are the only lights that I want to start playing with in this scene. I will select this light, increase its intensity a little bit, and change the color. So I'm looking for a little bit of a yellowish orange color for the scene right. So from here, I will do a region render just around there to see what sort of changes have happened. Now our light is starting to come out a little bit lively. As you can see that even now parts of the floor is lit a little bit. So I think what I can do is just to increase it up a little bit. But before I do that, I want to change the color of this light and this light to a somewhat yellowish color like that, so that we can start to see how these colors will start to play around with one another. I'm gonna change this back to all. I'm gonna select this. It's a group. I will open the group. I will select this. This is another group. I will open it again, and I'm looking for the light source. Now on the last source, it was created a little bit bluish like the color of this curtains, but now I'm looking for a slightly different color right now. I'm looking for something like that. So that it can just glow a little bit in the space. Now with this color of the light, it's starting to give us a sense that the interior space is one of an evening lighting source. What makes it even more interesting in this case is that as the lighting looks a little bit yellow like that, we also have a very dawn color coming through the window right there. So what I like to do is to always work with very minimalistic colors. So in this case, we have the brown from the wood texture on the wall, which is also blending with the color of the light source here, which also blends with that, and the curtain rail there. Part of this color also blends with that. And color number 2, I have a blue color that is seen through this picture right here, the TV, and this portrait right here, and a little bit of it is shown on the curtain right here and on the ceiling just a little bit. So I always like to use very minimalistic colors to ensure that my render doesn't become very claustrophobic. Now from here we can see that now our interior lighting is looking better than before. Going forward, what I would usually do is that I will usually put a background image on the window there so that it doesn't look that down. So what we'll do is that we'll put a region render there. I'll stop this for now. I'll then do a test render to see the differences. This elevation, and I want to add lighting for that part. I want to add lighting like that. So we're just gonna go and do another render just to see. Now the lighting that we put there is too much. I will go and decrease its intensity. Now at least you can see that the background is looking a little bit realistic.